Hey friends, welcome to Mimi's Mixed Bag. Thank you for stopping by. This is your first video of mine. Check out my playlist. I've got all kinds of fun seasonal crafts and party decor and happy gifts, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm up and early this morning. I've got so much to do going out of town, and I wanted to get this bee themed door hanger out to you. Now I'm just making it with some hodgepodge stuff I have, but everything is readily found. Now the base of it is going to be a piece of cardboard and 6 paint stir sticks. I'm going to make the shape of a hexagon, kind of the shape of a honeycomb, and you'll need 6. These 10-pack are easily found at Walmart, Home Depot, places like that. I'm going to use some Dollar Tree printed burlap. Hopefully your Dollar Tree may have it, or just use regular burlap. I've got this laser cut welcome. This was just in my stash from an old project. They have metal ones at Dollar Tree. They have a really cute hello at Family Dollar. So you can easily find laser cut welcome or hello. This is just a metal Dollar Tree bee that they have this time of year with it being spring. And what inspired this project was I was in the Goodwill bins and I found this homemade shirt. It's really cute. It's just a small, and I couldn't wear it, of course, but I thought the fabric was adorable with these little wreaths and the hives and the bees, and I thought, you know, that is so cute. I think I'm gonna make a door hanger and use this as my bow. Now, in order to use fabric to make a bow, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can make a slurry using cornstarch and water, and that does work good if you're going to use the wreath inside. Even the store-bought fabric stiffeners do not work well with humidity. And if you're here in the Mid-South like I am, it doesn't work. So the best thing to use is what's called iron-on interfacing. This is just some I had in my stash. And if you're not a sewing person, you may not have ever seen this before, but it's just like a white thin fabric that's shiny on one side that has kind of a slick side, and that is the iron-on part. This is the webbing. And so all you have to do is go to any fabric department and ask them, where is your iron-on interfacing? And they'll know exactly what you're talking about. You can buy it in a package sometimes, or even on the bolt. It's just whatever's cheaper. And it doesn't matter what kind you get. There's a couple different brands. I'll show you how easy it is to use this iron-on interfacing. Now the first thing I need to do is I need to cut my cardboard, and I'm probably going to get a bigger piece, into a hexagon shape. That's 6-sided. It's really pretty much this shape, you know, the shape of a honeycomb. All right, let me just show you. I took my 6 paint stir sticks and I cut them down to 9 inches, and then I glued them together in this hexagon honeycomb shape, and then just painted them black. I found a bigger piece of cardboard. I'm going to trace my honeycomb and cut the cardboard out. All right, I cut my cardboard just a little smaller than my wood frame because I'm going to take this Dollar Tree burlap and wrap the cardboard. I'm just going to lay it on there, cut it out, and hot glue it around on the back. All right, here is my covered burlap. Let me flip it over and show you. Super simple, just a bead of glue all around the edges and covered nice and neat. So now I'm just going to hot glue my frame on top. That's the reason why I wanted my cardboard a little smaller, so there was no chance of the cardboard showing around the edges or anything. So this gives me a nice framed honeycomb shape. Now I'm going to work on my fabric. All right, here we are at my ironing board with this little cute bee shirt that I had found. Now what I'm going to do is just make fabric ribbon, basically. Went ahead and did a little once over with the iron to smooth out some of the fabric. Now the back of this shirt has a zipper in it, so I'm mainly just using this big piece of fabric that the front of the shirt is made out of. I'm going to cut as many 4-inch strips as I can. Okay, let me show you now. I just laid out my strips of fabric and then laid down some strips of interfacing and ironed it on there. It only takes just seconds for you to do that. You can either iron the interfacing on and then cut the strips, or cut the strips and do the interfacing. It really makes no difference. It's just whatever your preference is. All right, so now I have these rough edges. Now I'm going to just take my iron and turn it up about a 1/2 inch. All right, let me show you what I mean by ironing both edges down. Let me flip it over, and you see that gives me a nice neat strip of fabric. Now what I'm going to do is do that to the other 2 strips. Don't worry if that is kind of poking up, because once you get your bow made, those ironed edges are not going to poke up. You won't see them at all. And I went ahead and cut my strips in half to help make the bow loops. And I went ahead, and this is going to be the center of my bow. I may or may not use it. We'll just see how it crinkles up. But I went ahead and stiffened up the little bee, and it'll make sense once you see the bow. So now I'm going to just treat this stiffened strips just like regular ribbon. Especially like if you use Grosgain ribbon that doesn't have wire on the edges. I'm going to hot glue some loops like this, and those are going to be the loops to my bow. So you see, I'm going to put my seam in the back and kind of flatten it out, and I'm just going to make an X like this, and then straight across. So a big X and straight across. Okay. So this is how you make a 6-loop bow. There's the fake tails glued on the back, and it'll go on the door hanger just like that. All right, here are all the parts to my door hanger. Let me just show you what I got here. All that's left is just hot gluing everything together. This little project is so lightweight, you could just hot glue a little twine loop on the back of it. And I ran an errand this morning, but I wanted to go in Dollar General, and I found this little laser welcome. It had a little bit more of a whimsical font, and I thought that would be a little cuter on here. And also just to prove that you can get these at all the dollar stores for $1. So I'm going to paint that a coordinating color. My little Dollar Tree bee, I'm going to hot glue him somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And then here is my little faux bow. And once I get it hung up, you can see where I hot glued everything. All right, friends, here is my bee-themed door hanger. I'm going to move it a little closer so you can see it a little better. I've had most of these supplies in my stash for the past year with the intentions of making something bee-themed, and just never did do it. And I came across this fabric a couple weeks ago, and that pretty much motivated me to get something done. But I'll be the first one to say that using ribbon is certainly the easiest way to make a bow. But I just wanted to show you that if you did come across some cute fabric, that it's certainly doable. And I just love how it all tied in. This little bee at the Dollar Tree has been there for several years, and I'm sure you could easily find him. I hot glued the top chain to the back of him and then just left the little bottom chain in the bell. I thought that was really cute. And then with the welcome, I hot glued it on the frame, and with it being elevated, it kind of created a little bit of a shadow and makes it stand out even more. And I think that even if you used plain burlap on the back, it would look just as cute. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspires you in some way to make something bee themed. And you have a wonderful Easter with your family this weekend, and I'll be back next week with something fun to share. Bye-bye.